Yeah, I would say so. And one of the things I learned in the years since is the extent to which a lot of these talkers were also trafficking earlier on in denial of the science behind smoking, and that they would bring on people from the Tobacco Institute and other organizations that basically said that smoking is good for you, and to just to think about the abuse of the public airwaves in that respect. When people need our mutual friend Desi Doyen has said, we don't need balance in the media, we need facts. And to think about how for years and years and years, instead of facts, we got false balance. It is infuriating.
Yes, Desi Doyen and her cohort, Brad Friedman, do
Yes.
a lot of great things, including the Green News Report, which is still going on. We had it on our show when I was doing it. And yet there are not a lot of us. I'm not currently in production. Well, I am on Green TV, but stopped my radio show. But all those years that I was doing it was pretty lonely. And we have both tracked how, yes, things have improved in terms of media coverage. That's our particular obsession that we share, but how they're still not even covering it in an adequate way. Should we jump into that a little bit? And then I want to
Absolutely.
talk about, right-wing television and radio that continues to this day, and also Don't Look Up, the film that I know you really enjoyed. So yeah, why do you think we've had this marginalization of the biggest story of our time? Do you think, and I get asked this, and I'm not sure I have an answer that I'm sure about, is it the corporate advertisers? Is it they don't know what they don't know? They don't realize that this is so exciting and interesting, and the people that are in the forefront of the environmental and climate, extinction oceans movement are among the most passionate, knowledgeable, positive people I know, because they get up every day thinking we can make a difference. It's still a big disconnect. It's gotten better in terms of news coverage. We don't have to dwell on this too much because, we could talk about it all day. That's the reality. But your quick thoughts.
Well, I think it's an extension of what Eric Boehlert in his press run newsletter describes as media organizations trying to bend over backwards, not to show they're on one side of the aisle. And this is something I've been arguing for years, that if you acknowledge the threat of the climate crisis, you necessarily have to acknowledge that there has to be government intervention in the economy. And because government intervention in the economy is associated philosophically with one side of the political aisle, if you say that government intervention is necessary, you're going to inevitably be accused of being biased in favor of one side of the political aisle. So the best way, or I should say the best way, the worst way, if you think about around that, is to simply downplay the importance of these stories. It's just a business. It's a tragedy in terms of the media, and it's going to be looked upon by history and by future generations as one of the greatest outrages of our time, that this issue was not covered due to fear of accusations of media bias. It's just repulsive if you think about it.